to the moon. Let me play among the stars.
My pick. I like Bravazzo.
Let me see what spring is like on Jupiter and Mars. Let rain fall, let rain
And good morning. Welcome to Today to Races presented by Fidelity First. I'm Stan Salter along with our odds maker Keith Fusel on a big weekend of horse racing. The richest horse race in the country this Saturday down there at our sister track, Gulfstream Park, Hollandale Beach, South Florida. $9 million Pegasus World Cup. You also have the $7 million Pegasus World Cup Turf. So that's big action on Saturday. We have a nice card today. I like the late pick 5 and the early pick 5. Tomorrow's that big $50,000 guaranteed Stronach 5. They put a bunch of money into it last Friday as well, and it paid well again last Friday. And then Saturday is going to be huge. I'm going with last year's Preakness runner-up, Bravazzo. He's going to be my top pick in the Pegasus World Cup. You can come out to Laurel Park this Saturday and win a Pegasus prize pack right here at Laurel Park. Watch the Pegasus World Cup races in our sports book with that 75-foot LED wall. What do you think this Saturday, Keith, down there at Gulfstream? Who's your pick in the $9 million Pegasus World Cup?
Right now, I'm going to just look for some value in
Okay.
exactas and some tries, and I'll run it down with the field, as I always do. I always take the all button in the last spot. So Seeking the Soul, Gunnevera, looking at that the main speed, I think, drawn outside,
Right.
Far outside, drafting over could cause a little problems too. Might see some jam-ups going into that first turn. They're the two users. I know they're going to make a run into the pace. Hopefully they can escape it, maybe 8 to 12, 15 to 1 odds, and we can catch a good exacta.
Maybe a Preakness, a former a Preakness alumni exacta.
Yeah.
Gunnevera from 2017, Bravazzo from 2018.
Mm-hmm.
That would be cool. I think they're both very live. The Hall of Famer D. Wayne Lucas has Bravazzo sitting on a big race, I think, and Gunnevera, there'll be a fast early pace, and Gunnevera will have something to run into late.
It should be rolling up front, no doubt about it. I think everything's going to be all systems go from the outside with pattern recognition. See, wants to get position. He's shown he can come up a few lengths out of it. I think he wants to be with no more than 2 or 3 out of it. He's turning for home. I think he's going to be right up with the leaders, and then you've got Accelerate, who a horse you can kind of pretty
He's
much
the favorite.
position, and rightly so. And like I say, Sadler, the one knock against him, his horse is traveling out of California. How are they been able to do? Well, he got it done at Churchill. I'm going to try to take it right along to Gulfstream. Gulfstream, never been to Gulfstream. Maybe one of these years I'll get to Gulfstream.
How
is it? Is it nice?
Fountain of Youth.
Yeah.
I went down there a couple years ago for Fountain of Youth, and it was very nice. And I've never been to the Pegasus yet. I'd like to get down there to that one year.
Mm-hmm.
You can still get tickets. So here's how you do it. Like Art Rooney when he made a big score at Saratoga back in the day, and then went to Vegas and ran it up. Then he bought the Pittsburgh Steelers for like $4 back in whenever he bought the Steelers. I think it was like $14,000, something like that.
Right.
But you have a big day today here at Laurel Park. You hit the early or late pick 5, then you go to Pegasus World Cup. You get your tickets. Then you go to southwest.com. You fly on down to Fort Lauderdale. Next thing you know, you're in South Florida for the Pegasus. That's a good weekend, right?
There you go.
All right.
I wish I could pull that one off. Yeah.
All right. Well, that's this weekend. Now a week from this Sunday, you can watch the big game right here at Laurel Park. The sports book is going to be the place to be. You have the New England Patriots going for another one with Tom Brady and Belichick, and then you have all the young bucks out there for the Los Angeles Rams. Will be playing down there at Atlanta. You can watch the big game Sunday, February 3rd, right here at Laurel Park. It's going to look nice on that big 75-foot LED wall. That's equal to 25 yards on a football field.
Yeah, it's a gorgeous, great setup. I kind of escaped late the other night last time we were here.
Right.
We're losing track of days. Sunday, right?
Sure,
yeah,
Sunday.
I kind of stumbled over there and just kind of relaxed. One of a few people in there late in the day, but man, I could set up shop in there, no doubt
Some
about
nice
it.
couches and everything. All right, let's show you what we have today. I like both pick fives. The early pick five starts in race 1. The late pick five will start race 4 today on our 8-race program. Don't sleep on this. Rainbow pick 6 starts in race 3. Late pick 4 starts in race 4. Nice little carryover, a few bucks shy of 3,800. As always, at industry low, 12% takeout. I have tickets today. I'm going to show you on air for both the early and late pick fives. Let's show you a picture of the main track. We have a sloppy track today here at Laurel Park. A lot of rain last night and this morning. It's supposed to taper off early afternoon, but we're going to have a sloppy track all day probably.
Yeah, we got a sealed sloppy track right now. The rain really hasn't – it's let up a little bit, but it was like a monsoon driving down here on 29. But right now there's your forecast. 50s overcast, rain showers, sloppy and sealed. And, good weather for ducks, I guess. Jeez.
Yeah, the geese and the bald eagle, they'll be out there in the infield. All right, let's get right to it here. Race 1. Race 1 will start the rolling super high five. We have a little carryover in that to get things going. And the rolling super high five, that's $539. That has a low 15% takeout. The rolling super high five, that starts in the openers. Every race with 7 or more horses. Also, race 1 kicks off the early pick 5 with that industry low 12% takeout, and it's a mandatory payout on this early pick 5 starting in race 1. I have a ticket for it. Let's go ahead and show you my ticket for the early pick 5, $32 ticket. I go 4 deep in races 1, 2, and 5, and then I need a couple lucky 7s there, my singles in races 3 and 4. So, yeah, the opener, I'm 1, 3, 6, 7. Race 2, I'm 1, 2, 6, 7. Race 3, I'll single on the 7, Stone Crazy. That's kind of like me, Stone Crazy. 5 to 1. See if I can get a $12 single home for Scott Lake and Carol Cedeno. And then race 4, nice starter allowance going 2 turns and the slop. I'm going to single on the 7, Watch My Dust, a 2-time winner in the off going for Claudio Gonzalez. Carlos Carrasco will ride. Then I go 4 deep there in race 5, 2, 3, 10, 11. So if I get my 2 singles home, I have a shot to maybe get some other nice price winners home. So a $32 play for me for this mandatory payout early pick 5. Let's take a look at race 1. Races 1 and 2 are maiden 10,000s. I keep telling you, those races are wide open. Race 1, maiden 10,000 for 3-year-old fillies going a mile and a 16th. I end up with the favorite on top here, the 3 Ash and M. You like the 3 as well. We have a video spotlight to show you. Let's show you this race from January 5th right here at Laurel Park. This was this now 3-year-old daughter of Painter. This was her second race and a big improvement going a mile.
Yeah, on the drop. When we talked about Rudy Rod and Zayat, they mean business when they come down here and drop in for the $10,000 maiden level. And yeah, Ash and M vied for the lead early. Empire Panther was the beneficiary. Stock moved clear. But look at this little late resurgence from Ash and M. I like the grittiness, the effort, the heart. Now the experience at the distance, stretching out to 2 turns. Internals were not blazing. They're not going to be blazing in here. I think the horse is fine, bred to handle and off track, and will be up there a long, long way. I go for the 1. I go to the inside. Allie Barbara, I had trouble lining this horse because the debut try on and off track was good. We've got it today. Last time out, I was hampered by early trouble, then an incident at the quarter pole. But Allie Barbara, that debut run for 35, took early play, and really closed up well through the last 1/8 of a mile and continued well on the gallop out. We're going to go second-time blinkers. We've got that off track, which she's proven on. And looking at the family, there's a couple route-winning siblings in this family. I think it works. Allie Barbara might escape at an okay price with Tyla Pastina. The jam job here for Tony Aguirre.
Oh, yeah, you just draw a line through that last race. So I had a spill in that race. So I used the 1 in my top 4. We both like the 6 here. Boom, boom, gone from Marco Salazar. You get the 10-pound apprentice. Felix Pinero to ride this filly by Girolamo, and she's just been kind of hanging around. She doesn't have much early speed, but she can rally to get a piece of it, and she's going to be one of the favorites in here. We both go against her. We'll need to see more from this 10-pound apprentice Pinero. He's over 23 to start off this winter meet.
Yeah, I feel like maybe that big wake-up horse. You know, the 5 for Ferris took play. It was 11-1 in a 7-horse field up in New York first time now. Ferris Allen and Maiden Special Weight, the maiden claimer. That's a big move. Okay,
Sure.
You could definitely see a wake up out of the 5. I go with the 1 though. Allie Bar, we're going to give one more shot to that one off of that encouraging debut. I'm going to excuse the second try.
All right, let's turn the page here. Race 2 will kick off the early pick 4. No middle pick 4 today. We have an early pick 4 and then a late pick 4. You like this early pick 4 starting in the second. Another maiden 10 for straight 3-year-olds going 5.5. Here's your ticket.
Yeah, to do a quick little readjustment. I thought we might have a middle pick 4. No, we've got the early pick 4 and a late. So starting out, race 2, 1, 2, 6. Going to try to beat this 7-horse higher purpose. Got a negative stat on that one to share. Third race, the 2 and the 4. Definitely tonight coming back. Correct condition. Fourth race, the 1 and the 7. Double whammy. Watch my dust. A little rematch here of a few weeks ago. Fifth race. This might hold the key. I know you spread in this race, Stan, in your early pick 5. I go 8, 10, 11, 12. 8's kind of my blow-up user. McCarthy for Merriman. We've seen some horses jump out at a price with that jockey-trainer combo. 11's going to be your favorite, Claudio. Some scratches, but that's the race. Miss Nosy doesn't fire. I think you're going to get something in that 6, 8, 12 to 1 range to pull the upset. $24 ticket for the early pick 4.
All right, let's take a look at this wide open second race here. Maiden 10,000, 3-year-olds 5.5. Scratch the 4, Mr. Chesapeake City, and the 5, Singiverse. They're out. I go with the 7 on the end. Scratch the 1A, Top Hat Tune. I end up on the favorite here. The 7 higher purpose going to be a popular favorite here in the second race. Taking a big drop for trainer Tom Morley. A good second 2 starts ago against Maiden 40,000. That was last late November. Good second that day. And then ran a clunker against Maiden Special Weight on a good track late December. Now takes a big drop to the Maiden 10 today. J.D. Acosta will ride. Just draw a line to that last race. The races 2 and even all 3 of those races are good enough to win here for Maiden 10.
Yeah, we're going to bypass 25, bypassing.
Yeah,
we're going right
maybe
to the bottom.
A little
here.
red flag with the drop.
Yeah. And Fix Me a Sandwich, the 6, has some speed. Showed it on a sloppy sealed surface back in the spring at Pimlico against horses that have come back to run okay. So higher purpose, I think, is going to have to deal with the 6, Fix Me a Sandwich, the late rider change Angel Suarez there. So another set, Morley. Only 1 for 12 the past 3 years, maiden special weight to maiden claiming. This horse is going to draw a lot of attention. I got to look for a little bit more value in the smaller field. I think we've got to set up. If the 6, the 7 get tangled, look for the 2 New Stones or the 1 Top Hat Voyager. Really woke up last time to make an impact from off the pace.
All right, so we like the same 4 horses here in the second race. I use all 4 of them on my early pick 5 ticket. Let's take a look here at the third race. Now, race 3 will start this 20-cent. Start our 20-cent rainbow pick 6 today. Normally starts in race 4, but only 8 races today, so pick 6 starts in race 3. No carryover today. They hit it last Sunday for a nice $6,200 score in the pick 6 last Sunday. Congratulations, whoever had it. Jump back in here today for the pick 6. Race 3, we're going a mile and the 16th on a sloppy track, claiming 5,004 and up. Haven't won a race in 6 months, never won 4. Those are the conditions. I have the 7 on top, Stone Crazy. It's a nice 9-year-old by Monarcos, a Kentucky Derby winner. This horse, a 9-time winner, has made over $250,000. 2-time winner here at Laurel Park. And Scott Lake, he's the master of keeping these old claimers happy. And it looks like he has Stone Crazy back in good form. He gave him a 2-month break. Brought him back January 10th in a nice soft beaten 4,000 claimer at Penn on an off track, going 2 turns and got the money at about 3-1. Nice 68 buyer that day. So I think Stone Crazy in good form right now. If he's in good form, this 9-year-old can handle this group no problem at all. Carol Cedena and Scott Lake, they do awfully well together. So I like the connections here, and I like this old timer, the 7 Stone Crazy.
Yeah, 12 of 16 in the money with 6 wins on an off track. Got the money rider, Cedeno, a strong rider, a strong finisher. This horse is going to be closing. Got that little confidence just dropped down there. That race doesn't count against the condition. Stone Crazy, likes Laurel Park. Hasn't been here in a while, but look at that record. 9 starts, 2 wins, a second, and 4 thirds. This horse will make a run into the pace. I think the 4 definitely tonight is coming out a little bit better races, though, for Ben Perkins. Numbers need to go up a little bit, but I think with this slight little drop into conditions, it's going to work. McCarthy makes a run with this horse from mid-pack. Look at the company lines, Pleady and Tombo. They were 2 in 6 months, 5 in life races. Okay, now we've got a 1 in 6 month, 4 in life. Little easier condition for definitely tonight. Going to need that strong finish. This horse kind of likes a little bit of a flatten through the stretch, but a slight drop could get it done. Ingenor going to be around a while up front, draws the inside in this 2-turn race. I like the run of Mucho Mas Grande too last time. This horse really finished up well. Had a little bit of a setup, can handle an off track. Potts on these lower levels, he gets horses to run back well off of a win.
Okay. All right. Your top pick, the 4 gets McCarthy. Yep. McCarthy had that scary spill a couple weekends ago, came back with a vengeance, had a big weekend last weekend. Look for your leading rider, Trevor McCarthy, out there working hard every morning. Look for him to have another big weekend this week. Let's get a quick commercial break. I like the late pick 5 today. Nice carryover starts in race 4. We'll take a look right after this.
When it comes to getting back in the game, there's only one team to turn to. The team more high school, collegiate, and professional athletes train and recover with. That team is MedStar Sports Medicine. For more than 30 years, MedStar has served as a leader in the diagnosis, treatment, and rehabilitation of orthopedic and sports-related injuries. Ranked among the top programs in the Maryland and Washington regions, we offer rapid access to athletes of all levels. Let the pros who treat the pros treat you. MedStar Sports Medicine.
Okay, welcome back. Today's 50-cent late pick 5 is going to start in race 4. Nice carryover today in the late pick 5. There it is, $3,790. Industry low, 12% takeout on both your pick 5s here at Laurel Park. And I have a very affordable $16 late pick 5 play. Race 4 is a nice $8,000 starter allowance going 2 turns. My best bet is in race 4. That's the 7, Watch My Dust, for our leading trainer, Claudio Gonzalez. The 1, though, double whammy's a nice 8-year-old. He's made almost $300,000. He's a 10-time winner here at Laurel Park. He'll be tough, so I use the 1 double whammy as well. 1-7 here in race 4. Then race 5, that's a beaten nickel going 6 furlongs for Philly Mares. I like the 3, Polarization, and the 11, Miss Nosy. The 6 race, that's an open 12-5 claimer going 6 furlongs. The 4 is going to be tough in there. Double the cheers for Robbie Bales first off the claim, but my top pick in there is the 7. That's J-Rock, Sheldon Russell, and Hugh McMahon. Then race 7, that's a beaten nickel for the boys going 6 furlongs. I'll single on the 7, Bobcat, and there Trevor McCarthy aboard for Jamie Ness. Then race 8, that's a filly mare, 12-5, 3 life going 7 furlongs. I'll go 4 deep there with the 1-3-5-9. So a very affordable $16 play. You can study all of our tickets on the laurelpark.com website underneath the handicapping section. Let's take a look here at the 4th. One of our features of the day here. Very competitive, 8,000 starter allowance, 4 and up, going a mile and a 16th. Some nice old-timers in this spot. We both have the 7, Watch My Dust, on top. We have a video spotlight to show you. December 22nd in the slop against the same kind of 8,000 starter allowance group. Beats double whammy, beats everybody this day. First off the claim for Claudio.
How about that? The 5 horse that day, kind of a little bobble and a steady right out of the gate. Pinch back, gave up 6 or 7 lengths in the blink of an eye. Strong recovery here, though. Is able to reach contention with a swooping run, maybe 5 and 6 wide, turning for home. Out of the picture now, but comes right on back. You see double whammy to a short lead in mid-stretch with Karamanos, but Watch My Dust, not going to be denied. Just a steady grinding run under the left and then right-handed stick work of Carrasco that day. Carrasco was back and very determined. Look at that. He counted the horse out of the gate. Now we're going third time Claudio. Last time at Parks, good effort. Moongate Warrior, just an absolute freak right now. This horse has been on a roll since being claimed for a nickel at Churchill Downs. Has just reeled off win after win after win. I think it's won 6 of its last 8, running upwards of a 92 buyer. So Watch My Dust. Back in a race with a little bit of flow. Percy, double whammy, like to be fairly close. Dazzling Oki as well is going to make a run into it, I think, fairly early. a patient ride will get it done here for Carrasco. Make that similar kind of run. He looks like he's holding form. Number one up last time, second off to claim.
All right, so we both like a 7-1-2-5 in this race. The one double whammy, as he's a very nice 8-year-old for Mary Epler. A nice second behind. Well, in that video we just showed you, double whammy ran a big second that day. He's a 10-time winner at Laurel. Has he's 6 for 8 in the money in the off going. Didn't run very well down there at Gulfstream in the Claimant Crown, the Iron Horse.
Yeah.
But he bounced back to good form in that race we just showed you. He'll be right there once again with Caramanos aboard.
Yeah, we see that key horse Moongate Warrior that we were talking about with Watch My Dust out of the Iron Horse.
Sure.
And back at Laurel, double whammy, likes it here, 10 of 22. Yeah, I think the key for him is, he's got a great positional draw in a race. He's got the right kind of speed. His key, I don't want to see him get hooked up in a duel with Percy. Percy's the X factor. I had a difficult time lining this race. Percy, a beaten fave last time. I want to see him bring that game to Laurel. Percy, can he do that?
0 for 8 here.
Double whammy. I just that extended duel scares me with him. If he can kind of get away from the speeds, maybe leaving the 3/8 pole, it might make it hard for Watch My Dust and a couple of these other closers like Liberty Lane to come wear him down.
All right, so Watch My Dust, one of my singles on my early pick 5. We both have him on top here, and he's my I use double whammy to kick off. So yeah, Watch My Dust, my best bet. But
Okay.
if he's not, I don't want to get knocked out of the. If I get beat in the early pick 5, I don't want to get knocked out of the late pick 5. So I have a little saver there
little protection.
on double whammy on my late pick 5 ticket. Let's turn the page here. Nice beaten nickel for Philly Mares 4 and up. Going 6 furlongs here in race 5. We kick off the late pick 4 here in race 5, and we both have the 11 Miss Nosy on top for our leading trainer, Claudio Gonzalez. We have a stat to show you. Here's the stat you have for Claudio.
Yeah, past year, 10 for 19, Stan, 53%, 15 for 19 in the money. With dirt runners, route to sprint, running for 10K or less. Okay, ROI of 386. That's just super strong. Miss Nosy woke back up last time. It gets a horse that's been in pretty good form now. Tiger Eyes has come back to form. Catches a field at the 6 furlong. I don't think 6 is really her best game, but the flow is not going to be super demanding. I think Miss Piccadilly polarization might have some token speed. I think she's going to have enough finish against this particular group. If we some horses maybe take a little bit more starch out or could go in that 45 and change mode and go on, I don't think we have that in this field. I think she's going to be able to make a run into and reach contention by the time they hit the top of the stretch.
Plus, she has an outside post. Ricardo Chappie can keep her out there away from trouble and clean air. Chappie's been riding some winners for Claudio recently. 3 for 10 recently with a positive ROI. So Ricardo Chappie picking up steam here this winter, getting some winners home. We both like him on the 11, Miss Nosy. The 3 I have in my exacta polarization, Katie Davis aboard for Hugh McMahon, beaten favored at this level. Last out on a good track. 0 for 5 in a slop. I don't like that. I made these picks a couple days ago, and I stick with them. I like the connections here for the 3 polarization, but she has finished second twice in the off. Going a good second against Allowance Company last September here at Laurel Park. That would be good enough to put her right there against this group.
Yeah, I mean, she's going to have to do, I think, if Miss Piccadilly comes away cleanly, she wants to be forward as well. Looking for some blow-ups in this race. How about Big Mama, the 12, Wallace Nielsen? When he wins at a price. And this horse's last couple numbers improved. They've improved on and off track, sealed surfaces. Gets a little bit more experienced rider here today. And Caramanos, okay.
I'll say
this horse made a decent run last time inside, a little flat. A circling move might put this horse in the money. And you see 47-1, 47-1, 30-1. This horse just doesn't get play. Might get a little bit more with Caramanos on today, but still holds value in this particular field. Another horse I like closing, the Wildcat Sunshine, and Northern Prancer, another price play, teaming up. She's got races on her page at work. Fresh and McCarthy gets the call.
No, I didn't use the 12, but she does have 3 wins in the off going, and she's going from 2 different 10-pound apprentice riders to seasoned journeyman like Caramano. So nice beaten nickel there for Philly Mares to kick off our late pick 4. I like race 6. This is one of our features of the day, claiming 12,500, 4 and up. That's it, wide open, no conditions here for race 6. Going 6 furlongs, scratched the 3 R-Hot 20s, also scratch. That's it. That's the only part. That's the only scratch.
That's
Scratch
only
the 3 here in race 6. We both have the 7 on top. J-Rock for trainer Hugh McMahon, Sheldon Russell on the 7-year-old. A decent comeback race coming off the layoff against beaten 12-5 claimers here at Laurel Park. Good third that day, breaking from the 1 hole. Now second off the layoff. Better outside post. Sheldon Russell stays aboard. So we both have J-Rock on top. My main concern, though, he's 0 for 12 here at Laurel Park, and he's 0 for 7 as far as wins in the off-going, but 7 for 7 in the money on an off-track. So you like that?
Yeah, this race, I honestly think, you could take all in here if you really wanted to. It's that difficult. There's no proven consistent runner in this field right now. Double the Cheers was dropped down. Now you're going first time off a claim off of Patterson. But Key's up against the right horses. Was right there with Grecian Prince, who beat J-Rock. Yeah, J-Rock, he hasn't won it in a long time. Hasn't won Laurel. But I stumbled into him as well, Stan. Took him back a little further under a strong hole last time. Got him to finish off the layoff. That's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for that finish in this field because I think Brimstone's going to be out there rolling along with Shoe Love Shoe. Second off this kind of layoff, 45 to 180 day. That's what kind of put me over. 31% is Hugh McMahon. Look for J-Rock to make a run into this speed. But this was a tough one for me, this race. Yeah, race 6.
We both like the 1. You have the 1 in your exacta there, Social Stranger.
Yes.
First off the claim for Jamie Ness. He claimed the 6-year-old son of Include for $16,000. Claimed the horse for $14,000 actually. It was a 16 down to 14. And he waits to 30 days and drops down to the 12.5 here. So drop first off the claim for the 1 Social Stranger.
Yeah, and looking at a little stat, this might help you. Ness, first off the claim, route to sprint. He's 10 for 14 in the money. I think he's got 1 or 2 wins, but they're there. They're around the money, 10 for 14 in the money. So definitely, I think a user you're getting 2 for the price of 1 in your exactas. Claudio with a drop route of that $16,000 starter handicap. Look at that first internal, 22 flat, Tricky Lion was right with him.
Sure.
He might just bound away from this field.
The 5 Brimstone, four-time winner in the off-going.
Yeah.
All right, you get Joe Torres aboard for Claudio. So nice group of open 12-5 claimers there in race 6 to kick off our final pick 3 of the afternoon. Race 7 will kick off the late daily double, so claiming 5,000. So 4 and up, haven't won 2 in 6 months, never won 5. It's a tougher beaten nickel. We're going 6 furlongs here in race 7. I have the 7 on top. We both have the 7 on top. Bobcat is going to get a nice trip with Trevor McCarthy, just like last time on the outside, trouble-free. They got the money in that A in 6 months. Now Jamie Ness right back in for the 5,000, 2 in 6 months. Bobcat, a 4-time winner here at Laurel Park, 2 wins and a second from 3 starts on the off-going. He's going to be awfully tough here once again.
He's been pretty busy. Look at him since the layoff from July to December. What's this going to be, his 4th race? Like a month and a half? So it's telling me he wants to keep on going, and he looks like the controlling speed from the outside, especially with the scratch of elbow room, where I thought the 1 horse was going to kind of go ahead and force it from the inside.
You have the 3 Army Gray in your exacta. We have a video spotlight of that 5-year-old. Here's the race from January 1st at Laurel Park.
Yeah, this horse up early, within about 3 or 4 lengths of the lead, under a hammerlock down inside. And Montanez is going to let this horse just kind of draft well back, even like a little steady off of heels, maybe shot a little bit, maybe a little dirt kicking back in a horse's face, a little uncomfortable with that. But all of a sudden goes from 4 lengths out of it, to about 8 or 9 out of it, past the 3/8, still under a little bit of a rating hold as the duel is going on up front. Eventual winner, Drive at Night, the other Damon horse in this race, is going to get it done, shifting out with who was that day? I can't remember the exact ride, but it works through horses. Look at Army Gray down inside. Now what are you going to do, Stan? You got nowhere to go, right? 8th pole, we can't go full bore, or we're going to run right into the heels of the backing up rail horse. We're going to shift out, finish up a little willingly between horses. I like that little tune-up. We're going to get an extra 16th of a mile today. Army Gray can make a run from off the pace.
All right, we get Rosario Montanez. I didn't use the 3. I have the 4 in my top 3. I had a little bit of a price here. The 4 looking for a new home. Kevin Gomez on this 7-year-old taking a drop last time in for 5,000 was an open nickel early December at Parks. Nice win that day. 0 for 1 here at Laurel Park. I'll take a shot here on the 4 looking for a new home at a decent price.
That's a sneaky horse. You're trying to figure this horse out. Wins an open 5. Okay, 3 races back in a good close on a heavier surface, and then nothing. It's kind of sketchy form, but that's the horse that could jump up and bite you.
Sure.
No doubt. I will have that horse for $1. I guarantee it. The exact underneath. That horse could definitely pop in. I like that little wake-up price there. Army Gray, I like it to 5 to 1. I'm also going to use the 2 Zoo Yorker. Second time over the Laurel surface. Didn't run bad in open 5. Now comes to the condition today. Keys up against the right kind. Scout's Honor and Serban.
And the Linda Rice 5-year-old son of Algorithms. Gwick will be tough. Nice win last out late December here at Laurel Park. A perfect 1 for 1 here at Laurel. Linda Rice keeps him at this level. Nice condition today for the 6 Gwick.
Yeah, if Rocky the Kid shows up, so be it. But the rest of them, they could be a blanket finish in this race.
All right, nice beaten nickel to kick off the late daily double. Here we go with race 8. Claiming 12,500 filly mares 4 and up. Never won 3 lifetime. Going 7 furlongs. Scratch the 9 to 5 morning line favored here. The 4, the Sweetest Taboo, is out. Scratch the 6, Dylan. I go with the 9 on top here in race 8. That's Final Fear. Is going to be running over top of horses in the final stride. It's going 7 furlongs. This will be the first start for this 4-year-old daughter of Fear the Cape, going 7 furlongs. She rallied going 6 furlongs 2 starts ago to win a 2-life 16,000 claimer as the favorite that day, and a real big second last out against 16,000 3-life, going 6 furlongs on a good track. Was 13 lengths out of it early on in that race and rallied for a good second. So I think Final Fear is going to love the 7 furlongs today.
Hey, Mary, we know she can set horses up too close, work with them in the morning, getting that additional furlong. He didn't run terrible at a mile distance a few races back. So Final Fear likes a little bit of pace up front. Is it going to be legitimate enough to enhance that run? It's 7. That's the tricky part about 7 furlongs. I usually like kind of more of a stalking type. In this race with a scratch of the favorite, I got to go for a shot. And Prevailing Party, one final shot with Prevailing Party. I've been chasing.
McCarthy.
This horse been competitive in 2 other ends, right? But McCarthy on for a hammy. They scored at an 8 or 9 to 1 price with Moon, Virginia a month or 2 ago back. I still got that resonating in my brain. Throw the dart in this race because nobody else is really that enticing, to be honest with you.
Yeah, you get Trevor McCarthy on the 5-year-old mare for Hammy Smith. I did Moon Virginia, paid a nice price. I didn't use the 8. You'll get a nice price. We both like the 5 Tidy Stripe here. Rallied last out against 12-5 2-life. That was a big win first off the claim for the Sam Davis barn. Forest Boys back aboard today. She was aboard for that win last out. This horse, Tidy Stripe, a closer, his last 2 going short. He looks like she will. 4-year-old daughter of Flower Alley looks like she'll like to stretch out to 7/8 today.
Yeah, and she's got the right kind of positional speed. I mean, in this field, she can't be more than a couple lengths off the lead, if not on the lead. Stan, I mean, break it down. 2 has no speed. 3 doesn't like to go to the front. 7's a deep closer. 8 hasn't shown anything. Final Fear's been dropping way off of. That could leave Tidy Stripe and Forest Boyce nursing along up towards the front of the pack, as well as maybe the 1 drops in buckets. I thought this was a kind of an odd move. This horse's numbers weren't great going back to March. Came off of a layoff in a much tougher spot, but didn't run that bad. Actually runs a lifetime best. Now we're going to go to an easier spot for drops and buckets. There's no lady by choices in this race. So Cintron should have her into the race early and off track. Never been on it, but breeding suggests should be okay.
All right, so nice 12-5 3-life for Philly Mares going 7 furlongs there. In race 8, we're going to be on a sloppy track. Nice carryover in that late pick 5. That starts in race 4 today with that industry low 12% takeout. Nice card today, and then with some better weather tomorrow. Hopefully, we have the Stronach 5. Race 9 tomorrow here at Laurel Park kicks off the Stronach 5 tomorrow, then the Pegasus on Saturday. So it's better than Breeders' Cup week.
It's going to be big. Any shot, we can do the show Saturday morning, and then they can jet us down.
Yeah, well,
Get down to Florida.
See if we hit a pick 5 today or tomorrow and maybe head on down there. So, all right, good luck, everybody. Dave Rodman coming up next with today's scratches and changes.
Good luck.